Hello, very good evening to all of you. Today we are going to discuss the task 2 question here is an opinion question. Do the advantages of this development outweigh the disadvantages? This is an opinion question which is asked to you. So the answer is definitely an opinion. So this is an opinion question. Now let's see for what topic they're asking your opinion about. People now have the freedom to work and live anywhere in the world due to the development of communication technology and transportation. So this is a merit of communication technology and transportation. Due to the advancement of communication technology and due to the development of transportation technology, a lot more people have now the freedom to work and live anywhere in the world. This merit, so do you think this merit has more advantages than disadvantages? The question is very clear. So we have to answer this thing in the introduction itself. So let's see the introduction in. With the advancement in the field of communication technology and transportation, many people now have the privilege of either moving or working in any part of the world. If analyzed critically, this trend has more advantages than disadvantages. The presentation is very, very simple. It's understandable. It's a basic explanation. Now we have the first sentence, and the first sentence is as same as the statement part of the question. People now have freedom to work. The same thing is there with the advancement of field of communication and technology. It's written in another form. We don't have any any serious change there. Now let us go ahead with the thesis, the opinion. If analyzed critically, this trend has more advantages than disadvantages. So this is the thing here. So it has more advantages than disadvantages. Now, let's move further and see the first particular paragraph. Okay. On the brighter side, so on the brighter side, in the sense, the advantages, we are going ahead with the advantages. The most tangible merit of this is that it uplifts the standard of living of people. Now, I feel that on the brighter side is a redundancy, so I just go ahead with this thing. The most tangible merit of this is that it uplifts the standard of living of people. So it becomes a little bit simple and formal. To be clearer, in the past, many talented people could not explore the opportunities just because they had limited means of communications and transportation facilities. This is not the case now. Now, an individual can choose his employer from any part of the world with faster communication methods like email, and he can take up the job without a second thought because transportation is not a hurdle before him. So we have a different situation in the past. We had a different situation in the past, and right now we have a very, very positive change. Many of the people found that those opportunities closed before them in the past just because they had to travel miles and miles for a better job, and it took a long time to travel. So this was a problem there. So, and in those days we had letters, telegrams, and all, so it was also time consuming there. So did what was the problem there? That was slower modes of communication and transportation. But right now we have faster modes of communication and faster modes of transportation, and this has made the situation changed. And right now, from any part of the world, people can take up their jobs. People can communicate easily. So without a second thought, a person can select an employer from any part of the world, and it means you can work there. If you want to choose an employer in the US, you can select and you can travel, because with the travel with the faster mode of transportation, you can fly to the US and work there. Now, the second merit which I can point out is that the modern man is no longer constrained to a specific geographical area. So to us, this is the second merit. Now, no, we are not constrained to a specific geographical area right now. It means statistics have proven that migration is at its all-time high in this century. So we are in the 21st century, and we know that the people are moving here and there faster than ever before. They move to this country, a lot of people. So in bunch, they move to one country to another. So this process is becoming faster. Unlike the previous centuries, it's record high we can see. Many are moving for making their lives better, while some are moving for their existence. Now, of these people who are moving from one place to another to live, many of these people they opt better living, but very some of these people they do migrate, or they do move to these places for their mean existence, some as refugees, or some has mm, some are suffering from poverty or something like that. Whichever the case, is it the first case or the second case, better transportation and communication facilities are definitely a positive matter. Okay, so whatever the case, okay, now whichever the case, the better transportation and communication facilities are definitely a positive matter. So we have concluded the second paragraph too. Now, when we go ahead with the darker side, however, the darker side should not be neglected. Darker side, what is the darker side? It means the negative side. The worst issue is the cultural dilution, which might cause many secondary issues like increasing crime rate and loss of jobs for the indigenous people. So we have some problems here. The worst problem is cultural dilution. You have a mixed culture there, and this has secondary problems like a rise in the crime rate. You have a multicultural society, you have crime rate, you can see it's increasing, and you can see loss of jobs for indigenous people. So this is also another reason here. Another negative effect, this may eventually result in serious socio-economic problems in future. So you can see when the migrants are occupying the positions of the indigenous people in the job sector, naturally they'll be having some social issues, and they will be having financial issues too. So, you know, that this causes some social problems, this causes some economic problems too. Now, to conclude, without the developments in the field of communication and transport, the freedom to work and live anywhere would not have become easier. So that's it. We need to understand that the developments in the field of communication and transport have made these changes. And without these developments, people would not have enough freedom to work or live anywhere outside. So despite some concerns which cannot be belittled, in a general view, the trend has more advantages. You can say we have some concerns and issues there, and this cannot be seen as little. This is still at large. In a general view, you can say the trend has more advantages. So we can see that some negative effects are also there, but mostly you can see it has more advantages than the disadvantages. So that is the end of the explanation here. Thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you.